There are so many complicated factors to consider in elections, and many can be hard to understand. But possibly the most difficult to get your head around is the secret herbs and spices of electoral redistribution. It's a mystery, but let's have a go at explaining the details anyway. For the past two elections, there have been 151 seats up for grabs in the House of Representatives. But for this federal election, the Australian Electoral Commission, or AEC, who makes all decisions regarding voting rules and regulations, has decided to take a seat away from both Victoria and New South Wales and add one to Western Australia. Lucky them. Meaning there are now 150 seats up for grabs tonight. That means for Labor's Michelle Ananda-Rajah in the electorate of Higgins and Independent Kylie Tink in the electorate of North Sydney, it's goodbye to life as a lower house MP. The redistributions occur because of the ever-changing nature of Australia's population, meaning there are some rural electorates that cover large areas, whilst urban electorates can be more densely populated. The AEC strives to have as equal numbers of voters in each electorate as possible. In order to maintain this, it means that as suburbs grow in population, electorates can become smaller, and different boundaries of electorates are moved to ensure fair distribution is retained. The result is that before most elections, many seats have some sort of change in voters. In fact, 71 seats have been abolished since 1901, meaning the AEC can distribute the voters from the previous seat into its neighbours to maintain balance across all electorates. The best example of this is in the electorate of Higgins, which was in Melbourne's inner southeast. The AEC transferred parts of Higgins into 5 other electorates, distributing it across parts of Chisholm, Hotham, Kooyong, Macnamara and Melbourne. With all these changes come electoral implications as well. Whilst both the Higgins and North Sydney abolitions are unlikely to have overly significant outcomes for other seats, it does potentially change some candidates' fortunes. For example, 30% of Higgins has been redistributed into Chisholm, with a majority of the areas that were moved being traditional Liberal heartland areas, such as Ashburton and Glen Iris. Along with the transfer of safe Labor areas around Box Hill into Menzies, the task for the ALP becomes instantly harder. Projections post-redistribution predict that Labor's margin of 6.4% from 2022 has been slashed in half, solely due to redistribution. Panning further across the country, there are redistributions happening with various effects in most states and territories, most notably in Western Australia, where there has been the addition of a new seat east of Perth named Bullwinkle. The new seat encompasses areas taken from the rural electorates of Durack and O'Connor, as well as outer metropolitan areas of Perth previously located in the electorates of Hasluck, Swan, Canning and Burt. The seat is considered notionally Labor due to previous polling booth results, but is being contested for the first time in 2025. The unusually strong results for Labor in WA in 2022 gives the coalition some hope that it could gain Bullwinkle for the first time. The changes in electoral boundaries, whilst extremely complex, can have significant impacts on the outcome of elections, and always something to keep in mind tonight.